Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Forex with an end of the week US dollar index Elliott Wave analysis for you for the week ending Friday the 17th of September. I'm just going to jump straight into a daily chart. If you want to have a look at the big picture, it's in my previous YouTube videos here. I've started off with historical analysis. This is all within a primary third wave to the upside. We had a 5 waves up at minor degree for an intermediate first wave, an ABC zigzag to the downside at intermediate degree for a second wave, which has ended almost right on the fourth wave of one lesser degree, a really common ending point for corrections. I have 2 wave counts for you today. This is my main and I have an alternate as well. My main count will be invalidated if movement continues downwards below 80.14. And we need movement above 82.98, this point here, to validate my main wave count. This wave count says that ABC correction zigzag for wave 2 at intermediate degree is over, and we're in wave 3 at intermediate degree to the upside. We've had a 1 and we're working on a double zigzag now to the downside for a very deep second wave correction, with a zigzag for W, a joining zigzag for X, and working now on an ABC zigzag to the downside for Y. And we're just in the early phases of wave C down, or possibly we could just have seen a very short C over on Friday. That is also possible. Here's the alternate wave count, which is quite different. Everything's the same here, still within a primary third wave, 5 waves up at blue or minor degree to end an intermediate first wave, and instead of wave 2 black ending here, it is possible that only A blue ended here, followed by a zigzag to the upside for B blue, and working now on a 5 wave structure to the downside for C blue. Within that we've had 1, 2, and now we're in the middle of wave 3 to the downside. This alternate wave count resolves the problem of this piece of movement, which on the main is seen as a 5 wave structure, and it is possible when we see it on an hourly to view it as a 5, but it really does have a pretty good look as a 3, so that's the main reason why I developed this alternate wave count. However, we would have expected this correction to be over here. It's extremely common for corrections to end around about the fourth wave of one lesser degree. This alternate wave count is invalidated with movement below 74.18, as wave 2 cannot move beyond the start of wave 1. And it will also be invalidated with movement above 82.98, this point here, as any correction within this third wave can't move beyond the start of its first wave. So taking you now to the hourly chart, where this pink 2 is this pink 2 up here, and this hourly chart will suffice for both the main and the alternate. For the main, we've had our joining zigzag X, and we're working on an A, B, and C could have finished here, or it could be finishing downwards a little bit further. For our alternate wave count, we've had 2, and we're working on 3 to the downside. Ratios within this 5 wave structure to the downside are pretty good. Wave 3 orange here, 0.19 longer than 1.68 the length of wave 1, and wave 5 orange is just 0.03 shorter than equality with 3. So these two tending to equality, and a 1.618 relationship between 1 and 3 and 5. So that's a pretty nice relationship there. Thereafter, I've looked at this piece of movement on a 5-minute chart, which is why I decided to put the A, B and C here. A slight concern, it does have a pretty good 5 wave look to it. Although if we count this piece here, the count is 7 on an hourly chart. Thereafter, not a perfectly contained in the trend channel, but meets all rules and guidelines for a leading diagonal to the downside, with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because wave 2, any second wave correction, if it wasn't over here, can't move beyond the start of wave 1, we shouldn't see any price movement above 81.75. But we're going to only have our final confirmation that our main wave count is correct, and that alternate that sees a continuation, quite a bearish alternate count, is incorrect when we see movement above 82.98, this point up here. So both wave counts are calling most likely for a little bit further downwards movement to start next week's trading. The main wave count says it's not going to be that much more down, but the alternate, just going back to that, says that we really do have quite a lot longer down to go. So that's all for me with your US dollar analysis, and I hope everyone else is having a fabulous weekend.